to the church, the leaders who are still present, and friends. My name is Dr. Rose Jakoyo, the wife of Jakoyo Midiwo. We are gathered here today to celebrate the life of a father and a friend to many. I used to call him Mwesh, and to me, he was just a dear husband, a friend, and a hero who touched our lives in so many ways. He cared for people. He was a great, generous person, and was usually very social. As we celebrate his life today, there are many memories that comes to mind. As has already been mentioned by most of us, Jakoyo had a very strong character as a person. And I remember in the early years when we met, one of my sisters was worried because they thought he was a very tough man. But later on, we realized that sometimes people may judge you from what they may have seen or known about you, particularly in the media, especially if you are a public figure, which may give a different impression about you. I later on got to learn that Jakoyo was just a loving, social, friendly person, unless you crossed his path in a wrong way. He was a very honest person, and he was honest about his opinion on different issues, as mentioned by many of us. He would always say, call a spade a spade. And sometimes he was one person who would not keep secrets. There are times that you would share something with him about a particular person, and the next thing you know, when you meet this particular person, when you were with him, he would just say it exactly like you said it. And sometimes I felt like you wanted to just disappear, the earth to open so that you can disappear. So he was very, very honest. He was also someone who was very cautious, particularly about his health. I remember during Corona pandemic, he kept running away from Corona. I would put it in those words. During the first lockdown, what I remember about him was that he ran away from Nairobi because he was running away from Corona. He stayed in the village for almost a year and a half. And very recently, when the Corona cases went up in Siaya, he ran away from Siaya again, running away from Corona, and came to Kisumu. And when he came to Kisumu, he stayed in Kisumu for about a week. And after Madaraka, the cases in Kisumu again went up, and he told me he was running away again from Corona. He was coming to Nairobi. Little did we know that that was his last time we were going to see him. Because of the fear he had about Corona, he avoided social gatherings. He was not attending funerals. And one thing I know about him, particularly after the Corona pandemic, he really wanted that when someone dies, he wanted that person to be buried like the following day. And I was even telling someone the other day that I know if he woke up today and found that we had kept him for this long, he would deal with all of us. So that was basically Jakoyo for you. His generosity was just unmeasured. He supported many people, and he cared for people, and always was interested on what was going on. in other people's life. Because of his social nature, he's left a very strong base of social network, and I know most of us will miss that particular characteristic about him. He had many, many friends, and even those people who were his friend then broadened their social network because of his social nature that he had. He was one person who was always positive about life. He was full of energy. And I remember after he lost his parliamentary seat in 2017, he remained very positive. He moved on, and he even joined USIU for his master's in international relations and diplomacy, where he finally completed and graduated last year. I'm aware most of his friends and even family refer to him as Otada. Jakoyo was a very tough person. And back at home, he was one person who he loved creating order. I remember several incidences where he would bring youths to the home back in the village, particularly youths who are unruly. And in most instances, he would give you an opportunity. For example, if there was an issue that an individual had done in the village that was of concern, he would call you. And in most instances, he gave you an opportunity to explain yourself. And after that, in most cases, he really caned youth in the area, and they feared him because of his nature of just loving to create order. In one instance, I remember we were traveling together, and as we were approaching a police roadblock, he saw there was a vehicle that was ahead of us, and that vehicle had been stopped by the police. And the driver of the vehicle was trying to give some money to the police. And when he saw that, immediately he just jumped out of the car and he moved towards them. And when the police saw that it was him, both the police and the person who was giving bribe, they actually just took off. They ran away. So he was feared, but he loved creating order. And in some of those instances, when he thought he did something for the benefit of the people, those moments really made him happy. I will forever be thankful for having such a precious gentleman like him in my life. I will cherish the moments we shared together, however short. In death, I still love him as much. We will miss him more than words can express. May he be blessed, and may his soul rest in peace. And as I finish, I wish to thank everyone who have worked with us through this very difficult moment since his demise. And I thank you all for the love you have shown to the family, for the kind words of encouragement that we have received and as a family, and the support that you have given. And may God richly bless you all. Thank you.
God bless you too, and may he console you for the loss. And may I take this chance to invite Betty Jakoyo.